butterball.
You know what sounds good to me is a little game we like to call Blind Man's Bluff here at Set Cheddar
Yes.
Saturdays.
All right.
Well,
Here
it's
we go.
Friday the 13th, so
Uh, is it
obviously we're
really
gonna
is it really random then? Okay.
obviously we're gonna do Baby Geniuses tonight.
Okay. Yes.
But the title is, or the clue to the title is, there's no way I can frame this without giving it away.
You,
So I will just I'll give you a little
you
teaser,
can put in a
Robert.
lot of blanks or whatever you want to do, but
Okay.
or you do what you have to do.
Well, the first one gives it away no matter what. So I will
Okay.
just say
Skip it.
that second sentence gives it away because we talked about it earlier. So I'll just say this was.
Is it the final chapter? Is that what you're
It is.
okay?
So here's the description. By far my favorite entry.
Okay.
And then it was the first one I saw in the theater, no less. And then you said this movie actually propelled my passion for film because I
Oh,
was
see?
astonished. And then you said if I could go back and make a dream list of locations, the Jarvis house would be there. And then I'm thankfully, so I should have said this. I would be eternally thankful for the opportunity to have visited a couple years. Um, and then it says Friday the 13th chapter. So
Gotcha.
you visited this for the first time 11 years ago.
2013. Yeah. So
Wow.
I think if I remember right, yeah, it was like I flew to New York for the premiere of MDNA with Madonna, and I had a little
Nice.
interaction with her, and then I got on the plane and flew across. If I remember,
Set
if I'm getting
jetting.
my date right, if I'm getting my dates right, but anyway, yeah, it was a good year. So
That's a really good year. It's a great
yeah,
adrenaline filled trip too. But this is a coveted location for any not only fans of the franchise, obviously, but fans of film. This is up there with. I mean, I don't want to say the Psycho House because that's a set, but it's there are places that people would constantly want to. It's the most iconic location to the franchise, I think,
yeah.
aside from the camp. Like this is it,
This
the
is
Jarvis
this is
house.
this is a good one. So, and actually, we start with the barn because it starts with a flashback. So one, I love movies that go back to original locations, and so
Yeah.
good for them
Oh yeah.
to yeah that they went back to film the barn scenes and so forth. So
Fantastic opening
which
too. I don't know. I think I sent you a mock-up mashup somebody did. They put the best of my love over the opening because it actually fits perfectly. Like the helicopter and the lights and the
yeah
cops are running. But it's such a great opening. I mean, just the lights everywhere and
yeah
it's just chaos. But this is
yeah
a
so yeah
great.
all the cops because that's became it kind of made it real because usually like they like move on you never see and this kind of shows aftermath
Yes.
which we
Yes.
have not seen since probably Halloween 2. We're like, oh, this is what happens. So
Yeah, it's real. They're like
yeah,
combing the place and
yeah.
thank you.
And actually got a helicopter, I think. So here is the
Yeah.
Jarvis cabin, and then
Jarvis Cabin,
and I
everybody.
know Brian recently got there because it was been for sale, and so he was able to kind of visit it. And I know they had done some renovations since I've been there, and they kind of redid the counter and so forth. But
Oh yeah.
so
The
yeah, so
structure's the same and
the
this
structure's the
computer's not
same.
there, but that's a
The Commodore
amazing.
64 or whatever that is Zaxxon he was playing.
Yeah.
I'll probably challenge him to a game of Zaxxon.
Zach's.
Yep, there he goes. I think I just put quotes in, as you can see, like
Oh, did you?
yeah, if you keep going down, you can kind of I
Oh,
didn't know what else
Zach's.
to put, like, and here's this. And so I'm like, so I had to recreate this pose on the cat. So this counter is now different, I know. But it was the same when I went to visit. So
That's so
and I
cool.
told the lady because she was I'm gonna replace this counter. I'm like, you could break this up and sell pieces of it
Yeah,
and
you could
people
sell
would
tiles for like 100
yeah. And she's
bucks.
like, really? I'm like, swear to God. Yeah. So
Have you ever seen
um
them pop up anywhere?
no, no. And like I've said before, she was super nice to me and I was super nice to her. And but I not I don't know another soul that got in after me that
There you
wasn't.
go.
Yeah, so I don't know. I
See?
don't know. I swear to God, I didn't ruin it. So
No, no, not at all.
the computer don't lie. So here we're back at Franklin Canyon Reservoir Park. So you can kind of see Lake Drive. This is kind of look at that 80s hair, but there's Crispin Glover. And then you kind of see the road is this is a very good comparison shots. But
But this
yeah,
is
so
all
that
Franklin Canyon, huh?
yep, so these are the kind of different roads that kind of go down and
It
then
looks so different. I mean,
yeah. Well, it's
it
now more grown
yeah,
over the 40 years or so, but
it's amazing.
yeah.
I do like
Um
Franklin Canyon. So
yeah, so
this is
this is
Zaka Lake.
So Zaca Lake was used for other shots. This is still Franklin Canyon. So I've not been to Zaca Lake, but they did some lake
Oh,
shots.
okay.
So this was hard to kind of find the exact spot because so much has changed. But only one side of the road has a curb like that. But this is kind of somewhere around here was the hitchhiker
Oh, okay.
part and so forth. So
Wow. And this was obviously all guerrilla shot for the film. Well, I
um
mean, they didn't have to close down the street.
no, yeah, no, they use Franklin Canyon is probably just used quite
Just
a bit. That they could
yeah.
just do what they want. So
Nice work finding that.
yeah, thank you. So and there's the kitchen, a
I feel
Jarvis
like a Jarvis
sandwich.
sandwich.
Yeah. And you don't have to click through we can just keep going down
All right.
because I go overboard, I know. So
We all love it though.
well, for this one I went way overboard, so let's keep going down. And so hopefully if listeners, you're probably listening in. So what most people know is the house across the way was built for the film. So
Was it really?
yep. So it was no didn't exist, and so you can kind of see where it took place in between those trees
So
as
this
well.
shot right here was part of the house that was built for the film.
Yep, yep.
Oh,
So it's
so it was
just
just a facade house
it
with
was just
like
a facade, but I think they did some inside stuff.
interesting.
But otherwise, yeah, it was just Bill specific because they wanted. It was interesting because they talk. I remember in the commentary that they wanted to see both houses and the proximity, and they said in retrospect, it literally is only in 2 shots that you see both houses in the same.
Right. Yeah, it
So
seems like such a weird expense.
they could have done movie magic and nobody would have known the difference really. But I'm
Was it
glad
be
they did. I'm glad they did.
Yeah, no, me too.
Yeah.
What do you think it was because they were supposed to be more involved or
Well, it was just supposed to be the concept of 2 houses, and so that it gave them because part of it is like if you camp, you have multiple cabins, and you can do from here to here to here to there. If you have a single cabin, people are just running around the wood, so that's why they kind of
right
needed some kind of dual pieces.
for
So
those two
yeah,
shots?
so not the same couch, but I do like. I
Yeah.
still say some of these like, don't forget 6 a.m. once around the lake.
Once around the lake. 6 a.m. once around the lake.
Yeah, so yeah, the murderer's body's
I
missing.
love that.
And she just
Masters
flips
by.
the paper like, mm-hmm.
Yeah, yep, 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 yep,
All
yep.
right. So Tommy's bedroom is actually kind of upstairs, and so this was
Okay.
it. And we
In
can
the
keep,
actual
we'll
house.
keep going. So, here you can see all the trees still match up, unsurprisingly so, but you can kind of see the driveway coming in. So
Oh
I remember
yeah.
being super excited as I was driving down this driveway. I'm like, I cannot believe I'm here.
Oh yeah. How could you not?
I'm Trish Jarvis driving the station wagon
And
home.
it
Yes.
looks amazingly the same. Like obviously
Yeah.
the trees won't change really, but
Yeah.
the stoning and everything is
Yeah.
very cool.
Absolutely.
Yeah, how
So
you must have been thrilled to
it
like
was a weird. I remember feeling kind of echoey. You know what I mean? Like I was like, I'm on truly sacred ground. So,
yeah,
um,
yeah,
so
no, for sure.
inside of the house is pretty recognizable with those stairs.
Yeah,
But yeah. So let's keep
very
going
cool.
down and then go down a little bit. So this was Tommy's bedroom, but we'll come back to that. So
Okay.
outside of the cabin,
Yep.
there's that tree. Um,
Oh, hell yeah.
so and so like I said before, so some of it was at Zaca Lake, but Franklin Canyon I think is where they filmed the death scenes for Sam with
With the
the
boat.
raft and so forth. Yeah.
Yeah.
So um, but you slut, those twins. Yeah.
Yeah. Oh,
um,
it's hilarious.
those are the 2 trees they're looking through. So here's a deleted scene, which was Trisha's bedroom.
Oh, you can tell by
Where
the quality.
yeah, this is the best thing, and then this was used a couple years later in The New Blood when they had reshoots. So they went back
Oh,
to this cabin to film a death scene. So where
where she gets
it's
thrown out the window?
she gets thrown out the window and becomes a
A
man.
man.
Yes.
Yeah, where you can clearly see a muscular man
Yeah.
like with a wig.
So anyway, there's Trisha's bedroom with her nice single twin bed.
Was the sequence of the deleted scene the same as the one in seven though? Did she get thrown out?
She's supposed to be she was supposed to be stabbed, I think, in the original scene, and then in the reshoot they wanted to make it more graphic and threw out the window or something like that. So
Okay. I got
yeah,
it.
so let's keep going down to find something where I don't repeat too
Okay.
much. So this is the back of the house. If you go up half a second, so this is
Nice, nice.
where the mother comes out and is like, Tommy, Trish. So this is actually
Yep.
where I parked. She said, go around and park at the back of the house. So this is where I parked and I got out. And I was like, oh, this is
Oh
This
yeah,
is
you
it.
knew right away.
Yeah, I was like, this is it.
So you were filming like your car was right behind you kind of thing?
Yep. So I was like, here. I think these are probably my first shots as I'm getting out of the car. Like,
Oh wow.
yeah, yeah. So
Oh, that's so cool. That's exciting.
I didn't get startled to death like she did, but
Yeah,
anyway. So,
right.
so let's keep going. Let me just, and we'll stop when we find something more
All
interesting.
right.
Here's Tom. Actually, this is Mother's bedroom, which is actually also Tommy's bedroom. If you go up one.
I was gonna say.
Um, so this is supposed to be the mother's bedroom, but it's just Tommy's bedroom redressed. So
Oh, okay.
movie magic,
Movie
everybody.
magic, kids. It
Yeah. Yeah.
happens. It happens a lot, and you don't even
I
know
even went
about it.
down to the basement. So
A basement
same
in
the same
California.
the same lattice work, where on the outside. So this is
Is it
where
really?
Tommy's. Yeah. So the lattice you can see in the background.
Oh
So
yeah.
yeah. But let me see what else we got.
Nice.
Yeah. So
The house seemed
just
like it was in pretty good shape. Like that
yeah.
she took care of it or whatever.
Yeah, it was taken care of, and she was the most recent owner. The other owners were elderly couple, and I don't think they did too much to it. So
So she was obviously wasn't the owner
yeah,
during the filming.
yeah, and she let me be this weirdo that was like, and I need a picture from looking outside in, and
Yeah, she embraced it. I love
yeah,
that.
so she was super nice to me. So
I love that.
so yeah, let's keep going. The kind of nice exterior shot of the house, and um,
So great.
Jason loves throwing people through the windows. This is what
Really
he
does love
does.
breaking
Yeah,
up
he
glass.
does. So this is where he does his thing, and then that's me in Tommy's room.
Slicing it up, slicing it up.
There's
I love that.
me reenacting. There's my stomach pretending to be Jason. So,
Oh, it's perfect. I love it. Love the
um,
shirt.
yep. And then I think if we keep going down to one of my favorite scenes is where to throw the um, yeah, there's Tommy on the stairs, and then she whacks his mask off.
Yeah.
And I swear to God, I mean, if you look at that,
Oh
it's
wow.
it's not the same rug, but I was excited enough. It was like a similar enough rug that this is where the mask landed, and it was such a iconic shot to me in the theater. I remember seeing that, but
It's not the same rug,
it is not. But
but it's different
it has
owners.
yeah,
Because it's
uh,
such a random, like, if somebody
it
were to say, like, oh, we tried to get one similar, that would be
yeah,
believable. But by coincidence, it's like amazing that
it has
it's,
some similar. It's just like
yeah,
oh,
yeah, yeah.
and I didn't even think about bringing a mask. Maybe I could have, but yeah, you can see. I mean, it looks. This is pretty. They did a pretty good
It's
job. So
pretty good.
yeah.
Yeah.
So
Wow.
anyway, so I think that's about it. So,
That's
but
pretty great. This is a great page. This
yeah,
probably
so
does very well for people coming to it. I'm sure
probably
you see a
so.
lot of fans.
Some jealousies, but so
People get, oh, yeah, right. They wish they could get in there. I'm sure there's no
yeah.
shortage of people trying.
Yeah. So, and like I said, it was opened up, I think, for when it was for sale that you could get in there. I don't know if you had to pretend you were a buyer or interested, but
Probably. I think they
there's,
started really like because of homeless and like
mm,
fraud. I think they like do credit checks now. It's
yeah.
the ET house just went for sale and
Mm,
you need like a credit check and
yeah.
$1 million.
Yeah. There's my Kimberly Beck. But,
Oh, nice. Oh, that's great. Where is this? It's outside.
that was the Hollywood Bowl. So this was for the
Oh,
30th anniversary, is it 2015 of Back to the Future? That's why
oh,
I'm wearing my
right,
Back to the
right.
Future. And we went to the back because I'm like, oh, here's where celebrity come in, and Leah Thompson or whatever. And then because it was the VIP valet parking, whatever. So it was the big wigs, and it was probably like 30 yards away, and sunglasses on. And I was with my dad. I think that's Kimberly Beck, and he's like, who is that?
Yeah,
It's Kimberly Beck. I
that's
was
a
like,
great eye though.
yeah, for the final chapter, and then as she got closer, and then uh I just remember I had this, it was weird, I was really fangirling out because it wasn't even my voice. I'm like, are you Kimberly Beck? Like, she's like, yes, I am. And it's just like, yeah. So one,
She was cool.
I didn't know if I'd ever get to meet her. And so yeah. So as much as it was fantastic Back to the Future event, I was like, I cannot believe I got to meet Kimberly Beck. Yeah.
Yeah, especially yeah, something completely non-related.
Yeah. So
That's so excited.
Ted White
Oh,
passed
Ted
away
White.
a few years ago. So he's
Yeah.
probably one of the favorite Jasons, and
This is at a
yeah,
what show?
well, probably Horror Hound, I think. So, and then Eric Anderson also
Rob.
just recently passed away in the past year as
Oh.
well. So he played Rob,
Oh, right, right.
Sandra's brother, who we just talked
Yeah.
about. And then we have Peter Barton, who was in Hell Night, still
Oh,
looking pretty
right.
good. Yeah,
That's what, yeah, it was
yeah.
part of the, that's
And
cool.
Judy Aronson also looking pretty good. She was Samantha, who got killed on the raft.
Yeah.
More Ted White and younger Robert. The director on the right
Oh,
is Joseph
cool.
Zito. And let me see who else we just put all the character. Yeah, Alice. She's in the flashbacks apparently, so she counts as being in the final
It
chapter.
counts.
But
It
yeah.
counts.
Oh, so here's where they were all together. So this was in Phoenix. So Alice from part 1 and 2, Amy
Oh,
Steele from
nice.
part 2, and then Dana Kimmel from part 3.
That's
Chris.
great. Wow. That's really something to see that same location.
Yeah.
First of all, to
So
go to the Jarvis house, but to see,
yeah.
congratulations.